Hello everyone, welcome. Happy almost new moon. Violet here, and today we're going to be doing a reading for the Cancer new moon. And I am so excited for this. We have a lot of elements here to be working with. And I do want to say that if you like this reading, this is a collective reading. We're tapping into the collective energy of this new moon. If you like this and want this exact spread specifically for you, we will be going live on the new moon itself, Monday. So come on over to the live stream, hit that notification bell, make sure you're subscribed, and you can pick one of these up for yourself as well, or listen to others. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. So like I said, we have a number of different elements. This spread is all about the element of water and the theme of nurturing to go with Cancer. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a tea leaf reading at the end. We've got rose petals, and I also put in my magical drops ready to go into this teacup. The rose petals connecting to that sort of, nurturing, loving energy. And then we've got 3 different water oracle decks. We've got the Oracle of the Mermaids, which is going to come in with messages for how we can self-nurture, for love. We've got the Healing Waters Oracle. This will be for emotional wellness. And then we've got the Sacred Sea Oracle, and this is for more so that energy that we put out into the world, specifically that nurturing type of energy, and what are we nurturing in the world. So those are these. We've also got our blue lace agate stone, which will be a part of the process. And we've got the Tarot of the Divine, which was a gift from Cosmic Carly. It's been a while since I pulled this out. I was like, oh my gosh, I love the feel of these cards. I definitely should be using them more often. But in here we've got just the major arcana and the cups cards. And so we're going to be using these to clarify our messages here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to begin, we want to connect to the mermaids, and we want to ask what we want to bring in. What nurturing energy do we want to bring inwards and into ourselves? I'll make this face up. Beautiful. Okay, I thought that would work well for the pouring of the tea. You know what's crazy? We had a card fall out, so I'm going to actually go with this one. We have reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. What you contemplate can actualize. So let's go ahead and read the message, and then we'll pull out a tarot to clarify. Okay. The number is 16. It says, the mermaids sing. It is time to observe what is around and about you, to truly gaze upon what can be seen, and to think on it for a time. It does not mean to worry or fret over it, to turn it this way and that in a quiet frenzy, trying to find the right thing to do. But it does mean contemplation, a time of gathering all the threads of the half-formed thoughts and following some through to their end and reaching a better understanding of what it is you are currently looking at. For there has been a tendency to react, and while this has created action, the movement, the waves, there has not been deep understanding, the understanding that brings even deeper peace. We, the mermaids, are asking you to reflect, to become still, and to truly see what it is before you. Reflection also means to have the greater understanding of yourself, so there is no outer contemplation that does not have its echo within. So for now, look at what is there, and feel the strength of your contemplative times. There's enough time in the world, and you are not lazy for contemplating, thinking, and feeling deeply. It is wise to be balanced when reflecting upon the big questions in your life. The process will bring up many emotions, so it is wise to make your purpose one of greater understanding, deeper peace, and action that comes from your true values. Far too much of recent action has been a reaction, a surge of movement against something. And while this has felt just and right, it has not created results you would wish now. It is now time to reflect, and in the reflection time, you will be shown the next action to take. Be still, sit a while, gaze at a flower, the sunset, the light on the ocean, feel the deep peace, and the knowing will soon come after this. Oh my goodness. All right, so for the collective, for this new moon, what is our clarifying message? Oh, we've got the Ten of Cups. I wonder if this is actually feeling fulfillment in literally what's already here. Because this is a card about not feeling the need to take action. It's also a card for being okay when everything isn't totally like righted, when everything, there's still chaos, but it's like finding that stillness within that chaos and feeling at peace at that place. I see the Ten of Cups as being like surrounded by love, surrounded by fulfillment. That's the word I used before. And I just feel like this is saying that this is already available to you. The Ten of Cups is something we're often seeking. And this is saying you have this within you. You have this, you can give yourself this. And what does the world look like if you're coming from this place? If you recognize the Ten of Cups as being your reflection. You are love. You know what I mean? And I think that in a way that can be some of the greatest like self-love gifts that we can we can give to ourselves, to see ourselves as that. So yeah, definitely an encouragement to go within, definitely an encouragement to be still, to hold off on taking action, to not feel the pressure, to not feel the desperation, not feel the anxiety. And we'll get into the emotional message because that might be part of it. And then this is what is with us in that place of stillness already. It's already there. It's so gorgeous. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set the teacup onto this deck and tuning into the blue lace agate crystal. What messages do we most need to hear about our emotional well-being, our emotional landscape? Any messages to help settle those waters, help heal, cleanse those waters? Okay. Oh, I always get this deck wet. That's just the thing? That's the thing with this deck, the Healing Waters deck? Okay. All right, so what is our message for healing our emotions? The Wishing Well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. Ooh. Okay. So we'll read the message and then we'll pull the clarifying card just like before. The Wishing Well. It is said that in ancient times women would sing and whisper into wells, believing that the water could carry their messages from one corner of the world to another. This may sound like something from a child's fable, but in fact, several scientific researchers have theorized that water can be imbued with energy from our thoughts, our emotions, our intentions. Wishing wells are found all over the world, and they mirror to us the great reverence held by our ancestors for Earth's fresh waters. Greek mythology says that the tradition of wishing wells began through the practice of throwing coins into a sacred well of the warrior Amphiaraus, if I'm saying that right, who was a renowned oracle. The Wishing Well is a wonderful card that carries with it great blessings, gifts, and fulfilled wishes. When it appears in a spread, it is a sign that things are happening and that the realization of your dreams is likely to occur. Of course, any creation requires embodiment and action, so it is not a sign to stop moving towards your dreams in practical ways. Rather, it offers deep encouragement to keep going and to trust that all the groundwork you've already put in place is working. So that feels like it aligns with this, and like, don't take action unless it's like coming from a place of absolute like truth and purpose, not from a place of like fear or desperation. It can also be a sign that helpful people are coming into your life to support you in creating your heart's deepest desires. Your affirmation is, I receive all of the gifts that life has to offer me with an open heart and an open mind. I'm surrounded by kind, helpful people. Things are working out for me. I'm living my heart's deepest, most daring prayer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So what I'm getting from this, I'll pull the card, but just immediately I was seeing this here with this teacup, and I was thinking about the idea of drinking a beverage, be it, tea, coffee, whatever it is. I like to drink cacao, but drinking it with intention, and maybe even using this as our wishing well. I'm literally looking at this with like a stone in it, for example. I'm not saying to put like rocks in your drink, but what I am saying is this just like looked like a wishing well to me. So what I'm feeling is perhaps taking that moment with yourself, being able to talk to the water, almost like have a conversation with it, see it as this nurturing presence, that this like embodiment of the universe wanting what's good for you, wanting what's healing for you, wanting you to feel well and at peace. And just speak your thoughts, speak your wishes into your tea. Bring yourself to a point, even if you start off with things that are on your mind or that are worrying, whatever, treat it as a friend, a supportive friend. And then at the end, maybe end with some affirmations. You can use that affirmation if you want, or kind of like come up with some that go along with what it is that you were speaking about. Turning it into something that is healing, something that is bringing your wishes into reality, since water does carry that energy and then it becomes a part of you. Maybe saying the affirmations as you're sipping it. Just a thought. Let's see what comes out with our... There it is. Our deck. All right. What clarification might we need with this message of emotional healing and wellness? The Nine of Cups. This goes along perfectly. This to me is like a manifestation card. The number 9 always makes me think of manifestation. And the Nine of Cups, this is like bringing our truest desires forward. So I think part of this is feeling like part of our emotional landscape served better by thinking of the energy surrounding us as being supportive and wanting what's best for us. And trusting that our wishes are being heard and that something's being done. Just like as you consume your beverage, it becomes a part of you and it energizes you or affects you throughout the day. Just like that, we can see our wishes go out into the world and actually like waves start to happen. So I think that's an absolute confirmation for that practice. That was so cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is remove this crystal. Ooh, still got some rose petals on it. And I'm going to pour out the water so that we can get our messages from the cup, but also this next deck is going to focus on what it is we're putting out, what it is we're releasing into the world. Once we've cultivated this energy for ourselves, what is it that we give back? Let's do. All right. So tuning into what it is we are releasing, what it is we're being called to put out into the world. Once we've nurtured this energy within us, in what ways can we give back? In what ways are we being guided? The Octopus Spirit, Ingenuity. Ooh, I love the colors in this card. Oh my goodness. It's such a good card. Okay. So once again, we'll read the message. Its number is 34. And then we'll pull the clarifying card. And then we'll read the teacup. All right, your sacred message is, The octopus is an incredibly adaptable and intelligent creature. In the soul of the sacred octopus, spirit is alive with messages and teachings for you. An octopus may be small, but it is mighty and resilient. If you feel taken advantage of, disrespected, or treated poorly, know that you are just like the sacred octopus spirit. You can shed a new light of understanding upon any negative experiences and see only the lesson and purpose in those situations. Having this fresh perspective will give you clarity about who you are and what you wish to become. The octopus always keeps its predators on their toes, morphing into new forms, hiding in new places, and surfacing to jump onto rocks. Use your ingenuity to come up with new ways to solve any challenges you face and embody the octopus spirit in your life. Honor, celebrate, and own yourself and your life exactly the way it is. And if there's something you aren't happy with, reinvent yourself and find a different way to accomplish and experience each situation. So, let me read the affirmation with it as well. I am agile and able to adapt to recreate my own reality. If I do not like something, I get to change it with grace and as much imagination as possible. I love that I can always reinvent myself and have new experiences in all aspects of my life and relationships. So I see this as being a beautiful message about adaptivity and being able to see where there are issues and find creative solutions. But I think the root of this is trusting yourself and trusting yourself that your new ideas, your new visions are something worth putting out there and worth trying to, use to heal something or solve something. Because just like it said, the octopus may seem small, it's much mightier than it seems, it's much smarter than you would know. Let's pull our card, our clarification card, make sure we're getting our full message here. Anything else we need to hear from the octopus? Four of Cups reverse. Yeah, it's like not overlooking yourself, not feeling so used to your own energy, your own way of thinking, your own being, that you think it's not something special. It's like getting rid of those kinds of ideas about yourself, and also settling, getting rid of the idea of settling and saying, I'm willing to make change for the better because I'm not satisfied with exactly how things are around me. It's like you're satisfied with yourself, right? That was our message. I'm satisfied with my inner truth, and I align more and more and more with that. But when I look out into the world, I'm not going to sit around and do absolutely nothing. I'm going to trust that even my small ways of making a difference make a difference. They're not as small as they appear. I'm going to trust that even though sometimes things might feel hopeless, there is hope, and I'm putting that hope out there. So that's what I see. That's what I see from this message. Wow. Okay. So let's take a look at our teacup. The rose petals went a lot of places. I'm first noticing this stem here because it's literally reaching up outside of the cup. And I feel like this is saying reaching for something even higher, reaching for something that might not even seem possible. That seems related to this message we just read. And it is on the symbol for balance. There's also a lovely rose petal, almost like a veil or a blanket over the balance. And I feel like it's this comes from committing to nurturing yourself, just like we were talking about here, and bringing yourself into a state of balance. And from that place is where you can reach for higher and better things. From that place is where you can manifest your new reality, So it's almost like we go through a journey here. This is a journey of already feeling satisfied and grateful and complete and whole. And then from there, you can actually manifest. You're coming from a place of gratitude. You can think about your dreams and your desires for yourself, but it's not coming from a place of grasping. It's coming from a place of already, feeling well. And then from there, you can branch this out into making a difference into the world. But once again, it doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be big. You know what I mean? There's a beautiful progression here, but it has to start from this rooted place. We don't jump to here. You know what I mean? Okay. There is a message about letting go. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of water at the bottom of the cup because we are dealing with the water energy. So there are a lot of emotions. It's interesting because there's almost what looks like a full rose on this symbol for love and commitment right there. So it feels like really letting that bloom within your life, and maybe things that don't fall into that, the things that are connected to fear. If we break everything down into fear or love, the things that are more connected to fear, that goes into the reaping symbol, the letting go. This almost looks like a fairy or something, like tending, like bending over, like tending to something, tending to a garden. And the eye is looking up. The eye is looking up to what is possible. The eye is looking up, like I'm looking at this point here. The eye is looking up towards what it is that I have created. What do I have the potential to create within myself? That's the harvest symbol. It almost looks like the moon here is just surrounded by stars. Is there anything on the star symbol? The star symbol is like across from that. I almost wonder if it's like you don't have to have one great star to go towards. It's okay to have a sprinkling of ideas, a sprinkling of inspirations, a sprinkling of things, different ways you want to make a difference. You don't have to be like known for one big thing. It's like all the little things you do matter. And that's how I'm seeing that. Oh, that looks like a little heart there as well. It feels like a very nurturing cup, but it's also very supportive of what it is that you need. And it's not trying, like, I want to be sure to say that, like, this message is not trying to push you up, like, into something that makes you feel, it's like you have to feel safe and you have to feel supportive in yourself and balanced first. So you're not pushing yourself into a state of fear by going into something that's like, too much for you at the moment. This is like, take care of yourself first. I think the cup is really supporting that as well. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Happy almost new moon. This whole spread is going to be available tomorrow if you want to get one for yourself. I really loved this. This made a lot of sense to me. It felt very balanced. And thank you all so much for being here. This is so lovely. And hello. Oh, also hello if you're here watching the premiere. Hello to the live chat. I appreciate you all so much. Happy almost new moon. And like I said, do let me know what you think. How is the new moon feeling for you? And I will see you all very soon. As this video goes up, I will see you tomorrow. So be sure to like this video, to subscribe, to hit that notification bell, and let's have a wonderful time tomorrow doing our live readings. And have a beautiful new moon, friends. Also, a beautiful start to this next moon cycle. All right, see you later.